are in other people's business, whatever. Hey guys, I'm Kunda, the voice, the face behind YourfavMD, a platform where I share my Christian lifestyle alongside being a medical student, with vlogs being a reflection of what I do talk about in my sit-down videos. So welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys on social media detox. And I'm going to be sharing the why, the when, and the how. So let's get right into the video. So first things first, I learned about social media detox from the Holy Spirit, and I'll share my experience in the end and how that actually happened. So right now, let's get into the why. Why should you do social media detoxing? So I think you should social media detox because in social media, you are consuming other people's lives, whether you like it or not. You're consuming so much information. And there's something I recently shared on Twitter is that not everything is for you. You can't consume everything, and you have to examine what you consume, because I mean, even a trash can has paper, plastic, and tin. Not everything is meant for you. And for social media, especially if you like maybe just got into the space, or maybe you've been there for a long time and just haven't been intentional about how you use it, you find that there's so much information there, and it's easy for you to give into other people's decisions. As much as social media, of course, has its pros and its cons, it's important to be aware of the cons and how you can maneuver around it, because it's not a bad idea to get other people's decisions, because I mean, there's people out there making good decisions and you could see what they've done and like, oh yeah, let me try this. But generally, I think you should take a social media detox because it's consuming other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, and you have to take some time to ensure that these decisions that I'm making me decisions and not making other people's decisions. Because let's say somebody got something, it's very easy to something that you didn't want, something that you actually do not even need, because you saw it to somebody on social media, like, ah yeah, I like that, let me get that, and it's really not in your budget, and that's not your own decision. You've been influenced. Of course, there's good influence, and as much as there's good influence, there is bad influence, and it's good to just take out that time to be sure that you're making your own decisions and not just other people's decisions. So the next thing is the when. When do you get to a point where you feel like, oh, this is when I should take a social media detox? I think you should take a social media detox when you get to a point where you feel overwhelmed by maybe life, by whatever is going on around. When you feel overwhelmed, it could be external pressures or internal pressures. It could be in or outside social media. But by feel overwhelmed, I mean especially to live a certain kind of life, a certain kind of lifestyle. Everybody dreams to live very well. Everybody has an amazing dream for themselves, right? But in social media, you see a certain kinds of lifestyles that people are living, and you think that's the greener side of life, and it may not essentially be it. And it's important to, if you take your time away, it's you are able to evaluate what's actually important to you, what's the kind of life you want to actually live. Are you thinking about, these people are only sharing their highs, you don't know what's going on. Some people may be bankrupt. I'm not saying everybody who's sharing a certain kind of lifestyle is bankrupt, but not everybody is sharing the whole truth. Not everybody is sharing the every single part of their lives. And when you feel overwhelmed, or you feel maybe jealous, or you feel each time you're scrolling social media, everything you come across is, oh, I want this, oh, why isn't my life like this, God, why this, God, why that. That's a time when you should take time away from social media. So let's get to the how do you do this? When I took my first social media detox, I just deleted my social media. And as much as I enjoyed my time and it was effective, I think what's more effective is, before you actually take the step to delete your social media, cleanse your social media, sanitize your social media, okay? And how do you do this? People who you're following, who are the people you're following? You look, you can't still be following somebody who you're following 5 years ago. Somebody who was your role model 5 years ago, before you were born again, is still the person you're following now as your role model. Things don't work like that. Honestly, your life has changed, and it's, you have to evaluate the things that are happening in your life and see, is this important? What is the need of following this person. Sometimes maybe people you've known for a long time and you don't want to look some way, but look, Instagram helps you and make people unfollow you, so you can do that if you feel like, oh, it's gonna be some way, it's gonna look like, oh, I want the numbers. Well, you know, not giving the other person the number, you can help them unfollow you and you unfollow them. So firstly, cleanse the content that's on your timeline. Understand the people that you follow. Why do you follow these people? Personally, the people I follow, there's some things just can't come to my timeline, like especially on Twitter. Instagram is like I'm still like cleansing and stuff like that, and I don't even go through my feed anyway. So for like Twitter, some things just can't come to my timeline. I'll hear from other people who are on Twitter like, oh, this is actually happening on Twitter, for real, like all these challenges and stuff. Like not everything can come on my timeline because I'm selective of the people that I follow, selective of the content that I do consume. So after you have sanitized and cleaned your timeline, your feed, and the people you follow, deleting your social media. It doesn't have to be forever or whatever. This is a very personal decision that you have to make for yourself. Yeah, if it's personal, of course you make it for yourself. Yeah, this is a decision you have to make for yourself. You have to decide. Like the first social media detox break I took was, I think, 2019, when I was in first year. 2020, no, 29, I think 2019. And the Holy Spirit just laid it in my heart to delete my social media. I said, this is gonna be hard because I use my social media every day. How am I going to just delete my social media? So initially, I think it was like I was meant to do for a week. I went a whole 2 months without my Instagram. By then, I wasn't using Twitter, so it should have been 2019. I went a whole 2 months without using Instagram, and I realized I didn't even need it as much as I thought. Like, we open our Instagram every 2 seconds, but I was away for a whole 2 months. I was like, wait, I actually don't need it like that. It's actually saving me time. I'm in my own business, because on social media, whether you like it or not, you are in other people's business. Whatever people are sharing, you are in that business. So essentially, that's it. Right now, the breaks that I take, because I'm trying to be active in social media as much as also not being too active, are like a few days, a week, and they're selective. I don't like maybe delete every platform at the same time. Okay, maybe like right now, today is Friday, for this weekend I'm deleting my Twitter and my Instagram just to take some time away, be in my own space, unwind on my own. And yeah, that's how I detox, and I thought I should share it with you guys, especially Christians. I think it's very important to detox and take time away to examine yourself and how things are going in your life, the decisions you're making, what's causing the decisions that you're making, are things founded on the word, and the like. So that's all I had to share with you today. Share with me in the comment what techniques you have tried to detox from social media, how that has worked for you, and the benefits that you experience. My personal benefits were just realizing that I do not need it as much as I thought I did. Yet we are so consumed in social media, but realizing like, no, I can actually do without this thing. That's amazing, and not being like in bondage to it. That's another reason why I stopped doing streaks, because I felt caged. I felt like I was in bondage. Like, hello, hi, every day I should run to my Snapchat and make sure that I do not kill any streak. And yeah, that's the reason I stopped doing streaks, because I felt like I was in bondage. I felt I was too attached to this social media thing. And whether I like it or not, all these things that they're inventing is really to just keep you in the app, and you have to be smart and wise about it. So thank you so much for joining me today. I believe you have learned something, and I'm wishing you the very best in your social interactions, in your time away from social media, and each and every thing. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.